becomes absolutely passive, docile, and just like a cabbage. Because when you are released from that thing, you go into sleep. And when you start getting into sleep and all that, then the subconscious takes over and then you become the other side. So, simultaneously, you become a sadist as well as a narcissist. Alright? So, you go into two roles. Now, he's very cunning. If he had put you on the one side only, you would have run away. So, better kept jostling you from one to another. So, you never get out of it. This is cunningness. While this fellow has taken you to the right side, by which espionage, this, that, you do. Then you are caught up. But if you, supposing you go as a, say, somewhere to attack, first as a king, then they recognize you. So then second time you go as a beggar. You see, you pay all the time into double. This is his trick, alright? So, then he started his courses. First he made you supraconscious and he started your courses. Means you became ambitious, you see. By that you became ambitious. You wanted to fly. So the flying started. Alright. So he said you can fly. Now this idea can only appeal to people who are on the supraconscious. Otherwise who would like to fly? See, you have no way of landing also. And the flying was nothing but an excitement that you must jump. A big competition was set in. We were all jumping, breaking our muladharas every time, and we were absolutely unconscious as to why we were jumping, like hopping all the time on the thing and the mattress. And nobody was taken off or anything, nothing of the kind. We absolutely were sort of possessed and we all started hopping. And we were not in ourselves. The thing was like hypnotized. We were just jumping. You see, these people, if they are in hypnosis, you can make the person hypnotized. You can ask him to take the milk just like a little baby. And he will start sucking up the liver.
The fascinating thing is that whenever a course started and they were going to do their flying technique, before they did anything, they always had someone who already was able to hop around in the room.
So he introduced the ideas.
Yeah.
He is the setter of the competition.
Right.
You see, mass, this is a mass hypnosis. He is the setter of the idea, you see. So you try to follow and compete.
Right. But you didn't know, I mean, if you hadn't seen the person actually do it, and do what he did do, then you would just sit there and maybe, have a joke.
Sure.
But the whole thing is that you'd have to see what was being done.
It's something like jumping on a horse in a circus, you see. If you train people, you can just jump, and it's a more abhyas, more practice. With practicing, one can do it. You see, by pressing your knees on the thing, you can just start jumping a little like that. So you put that one, that this kind of a jumping started. But now, these courses started. First of all, mantras, and then the courses. So, first and foremost thing, he started with God to begin with. Alright? Now later on he stopped about God. But all these mantras like Pura Gaurav and all these in Sanskrit are all about Shiva, who is the God Almighty, according to Indian philosophy. Okay, God name. Then what are all these mantras? To whom you are doing havanas? See, to which one? It's not to Agni or anything. You are doing it to Shiva. These mantras are for Shiva.
And then also what I mentioned about the reading the ninth and tenth.
Yes. And then he asked us to read a particular thing, which has no meaning. You can read anything. It is all unauthorized. Comes out from the other side. Made no impression on us, nothing. On the contrary, by reading that, God knows what he did to us, we became more nervous.
And the other thing is that I should imagine at least 90% of the people would fall asleep. And this was
because it was boring. It was Greek and Latin to English people, you see. Write it down. It was all Greek and Latin. For that we were supposed to pay. He never translated it to us, and only that is the thing we had to read. We could not read anything else. But by reading it we did not understand, and by understanding we did not become. So you bring in Sahaja. We were just the same. Then he said that there were certain rules and regulations about having a celibate life, but he was never bothered. People led all kinds of horrible lives. They had all kinds of bad relationships, all sorts of perversions. Everything was going on, but everybody was deceiving. He himself never led a celibate life. He is the biggest, what is the word for such a man? There's some word. No, there's a bad word. I don't know. In English language you have very selected words also. A man who has relations with many women. What do you call? Huh? No. Debauch.
Debauched. Oh, it's a lovely word. Debauched. That could be it. Debauched. That's why
See, I know English better than you. I actually looked into the meaning of Sanskrit into English, and I found out the word. Alright? I worked really very hard. And the cost of all these things you have to mention. Different cost. And what did you get out of it? You did not know what you were doing. He already told you everything was a secret. He said that you are not to know the meanings, first of all. Secondly, he did not tell us how it was going to affect us. Thirdly, we did not know where it was going to work, what is the results to be expected, except for everybody getting headaches, migraines, madness, lunacy, epilepsy, shouting, screaming, cabbage-like existence. Nothing else happened to anyone whatsoever, and not one person flew there.
Also, couldn't we bring into some fact that how did, no one actually had any verification of where he was?
You see, that you can say after Sahaja Yoga, but you can say that we were as if we entered into some sort of a blanket, which was all dark, and every time we moved any direction, see, as in the military they give this training. You know what sort of a training they give? They put people inside a cover, and that cover is all dark, and there are pokey, what you call wires, which have got thorns coming out. So if you raise your body a little bit higher, you get those thorns into you. Then you have to move straight, just like that. That sort of a thing it was. And if you moved backward, you didn't know where you would go, you didn't know which way to move, you were just moving forward into it. There was no way out. Now, so the first one was that. Then the fear was injected into us. Now what sort of fear was injected? First of all, ego. See? You will be this, you will become, we are doing enlightenment. Nobody seemed to be enlightened by any chance. They were all dirty people doing dirty things. They were, of course, some of them were Nobel Prize winners, this, that, but they didn't have a good life. They came and stayed nicely. You can also mention Indian officers, how they came and stayed and enjoyed women in Switzerland, how they were paid for free money and all that. They stayed there. And that's how now he is blackmailing also Indian officers. All right. How he asked some people to smuggle cameras and those things to India just to help some Indian officers there. So these things can be brought in there. So now for the courses of flying, you see what you do exactly, you must show them. You must tell them the mantras, what are the different mantras are and how these courses are done. Then your yajnas are. Yajnas are nonsense that he has taught you, see. It has no meaning. People just laugh at it when we tell the Indians. It's just a joke of a mantra and everything. There is no sense, God knows, to what deity he was doing. We had no idea. They told us these are few mantras every Indian knows. There's nothing great about it. And then he said, you do these, all rituals made by him to be foolish. Then you should also say what is the effect because of their, you see, vegetarianism forced on us, you see. Vegetarianism forced on us, and starvation, and the way they gave you the water of the potatoes to drink first, and then the rind, and then the boiled potatoes. Coming like this, the diet that they gave them. Physically you were ruined, because you had to jump like that, eat nothing, live in a Spartan way, and supposed to be ascetics, you see. And he said this is stressing. See, the thing is, he had an explanation for everything. If somebody died or committed suicide, he would say that's not his thing. Unstressing. Or he would say that he is now gone to heaven. According to him, he is to certify now he is gone to heaven. God knows how he knew all this. Or else, somebody became very restless, unhappy, then they would say that you go to psychologist, and ultimately they would land up in lunatic asylum.
There was one beautiful remedy for a lot of the heavy unstressing, and that was putting people in hot and cold baths.
See, hot and cold baths, and what else?
Getting cloths, hot and cold cloths, putting them on your spine, running cold water. You'd get into a shower and have as hot a shower as you could, and then you turn it to cold, and then you have...
To develop immunity, they might say.
No, this is supposed to help the heavy unstressing.
And nobody felt really unstressed. On the contrary, we had screwing pains continuously.
A question was asked by someone on our course, because we'd been reading Christopher Isherwood's book on how to know God, which was the aphorisms, the Yoga aphorisms, and on
Rabbit.
chapter 3, verse 51.
You want to take the children? Yeah. Yes. Poor things, they must be tired.
It says that...
May God bless you, Sadhu. Your children are so beautiful, and your wife is all right, and everything is fine. Very happy about it. May God bless you.
There was this passage about that one had to be careful because of one could get, if one got caught up with the desire of doing these things for their own gain, then one could get caught up with disincarnate gods, as it says. In other words, there's yogis who've gone before, who have themselves been caught up with the ego and have died. You can get possessed by these things. So it says in this book, and we asked him about it, and he said, it's only mistranslation. Don't worry about it. And this is one of his major things that he always said, that books were not translated properly.
Also, you put it in one, this thing, whole thing, misguidance. And like this, you see, anything you told them, they say it is unstressing. They would say it is mistranslation, it was this, it was that, like that. You see, explanation was ready for everything. You see, always. There was no dearth of explanation, you see. And it always would repel on you. They would say that it was your karmas, that's why you are suffering. Then why are you there? See? Why are you taking money? If we have to pay for our karmas, what are you doing there? And no knowledge of any kind. Nothing. See. Then for physical problems, you should tell how physically you got with possession, what happened to you. That suddenly the body would become absolutely heavy, and this and that, and all this would happen. Physically, you should say that a very big, this thing would come, what you call a kind of a pulling on the Vishuddhi, you can say the pulling on the headache. No, the whole vertebral column would become suddenly very stiff.
Yes, okay.
Or in the body suddenly somewhere it would become just stiff like a cancer patient, you see. and people would vomit and just do all kinds of things. This he did physically, you can say. Then emotionally, you can say depressions and also suicidal tendencies. You see, what he did by creating you like that, docile people, naturally such people cannot be aggressive. See, so he said that the criminality is less, but you see, either you destroy others or destroy yourself. So he pointed out, he's a clever man. So he said, why do espionage? Better make them horrible. So he was destroying. He was just like Hitler. He made you so weak that after all this, after 10 years with him, nobody can raise his head. You are left without any money, you are left without any physical strength. Nothing is left to you and you just have to face it. Alright? So this is the thing. So first you have written speedy thinking and all those things and aggressiveness in the beginning. And then you see fogginess came. Then the fogginess came, the sleep came. We used to sleep for hours together. We could not get out of our beds, and we just became like cabbages. All right. Now in women, he created romantic pseudo feelings. You see, feelings of pseudo romanticism and all that. This old junk. Through his hypnosis. Otherwise, look at this face. Which woman will feel any attachment for a junk like him? But you see, he did it. He's no hero by any chance or anything, you see. Now, then he gave you epilepsy, ending into lunacy. You can quote the names of the people, you see, what happened. People, did they get heart attacks in here?
The person who first did the research on transcendental meditation was called Dr. John Allison, and he actually did the research on the heart, the metabolism and the heart rate. And breath rate. He died in 76 from a heart attack.
You see, in the beginning, the first half of it, if you had not entered into the second half, see, the first half, where you were just aggressive, that time you will get heart attacks. So some people died with that aggressiveness. It is always combined with aggressiveness or ego-oriented. Heart attacks come to people who are more on the ego-oriented or who also overexert their body. They get their heart attacks. So these people must have got it. But those who become mad do not get heart attacks. See? So some were finished with heart attacks and some were brought to if they survived such a thing, then they became lunatic. Nervousness, nervous tension, and biting the nails.
The person who's the closest to him now, Jemima Pittman, nails are down to the quick, I should say.
Should put all these points. Then apart from that, you should also say about these thinking. Thinking became very foggy, you see. One could go to a point only and could not go any further.
One would talk and then forget what one was talking about.
Yes. Alright, so physically, mentally, emotionally, you were ruined. Then the best part was the financially. Financially, people, the screwing pain and all that you have written, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And about, financially. Financially, most of them became bankrupt. Those who are senior people, they have no money. They sold their houses for the children. Had no place to go to. They could not send their children to schools. They didn't have money to give food to their children. Some of them, which you should name, some of the people are like this. So, The money part of it, you should say, financial ruins as you have suffered, you see. While he himself, his lifestyle is that he has a bed with a diamond, these things and all that. He has got his own air hostesses and he's got his own aeroplanes and this and that and all those things. And he calls it charity, alright? Then, now he has deposited his money in various banks. See, he's a yogi, why should he worry about saving income tax? He's such an expert on all this, you see.
What is educational?
Now, what is educational?
I guess the charities on educational charities.
Moreover, whatever money you paid, you see, and then you became teacher. So whatever you earned was taken by another course. So it's sort of a feedback.
Oh yes, constant.
Constant payment. So ultimately everybody landed without any money, you see. There was one tap from which you were getting and another big tap which was flowing out. The whole life was joyless, powerless. You see, you were like maroons, you can say. Either you were sadist or masochist. Nobody was normal. You were completely incapacitated as human beings. Frightened, full of fear. People had arthritis also. Is it? Arthritis. People had arthritis and stomach troubles and all kinds of migraines and all kinds of trouble.
There's a headline about TM equals terrible migraine.
Pay for getting migraines.
Tremendous correlation last year somewhere in
Really? Now, was there?
There's a very interesting passage here, Mother, that I thought maybe we should...
Now from there only I have taken hard labor you were put to.
Yes.
You were given prisoners' food. You see, he is a little foolish.
Yes. There was something very interesting here. As Margaret Thaler Singer, University of California psychologist, who interviewed Julie and many more than 400 former members of various cults. I wonder if we shouldn't write to her and find out if she hadn't had any of the TM people through her.
That's the side issue. But just now, you see, for these people now,
This one.
the way they put hard labor, given you hard labor, is like a prisoner's food. You were all the time on the run. Nobody was bothered about your conveniences. The children you were running about. It was such a torturesome life, you see. And you didn't know where to stay. They charged for children such a lot. And children were used to scream and shout. They had a very bad time. Then they charged money for children and all that, alright?
They charged actually more money for children than they did for...
So ultimately what happened to people is that they got diseases, they got hysteria, they got psychotic, suicides and deaths. This is what is the end of. Now, we did not know where the money was going, how it was spent. Nobody knows anything about it. And how the money was collected, how it was given. Only what we know that from here, a lot of cash money, and those days when it was not allowed, was taken by bags, by some people. You can also say that once I carried a bag to Switzerland, and later on I discovered it had money, like that. Then the greatest thing was that he character, you see, he did not allow us to build up our character. We had to give up all our values, we had to tell lies, we had to make stories, and we had to tell all kinds of things. Otherwise, he said, you cannot go ahead.
If you don't lie, you can't get it.
Everything was money oriented. He said, now you learn these things and earn a lot of money, again join new courses. Now the best part of it is, you should say here, now we have found out that he doesn't want to talk of God, but the Sanskrit shlokas are addressed to Shiva, who is a Hindu god, who is a Hindu god of existence. And when we talk to some people who are authorized in this, I mean those who are very well known, real people, you see, who live in the forest, and when we found out that these the persons who has to give mantras has to be a realized soul, while most of these mantras, we gave also those mantras, and we were not at all realized, nothing we did not know, and he just gave us authority because we paid more money. That's the only thing.
If you wanted to join a certain clique, the inner clique, you had to actually say how much money you had.
Yes.
And,
all inquiries were made, how much money we had, how much we
there was
owned,
a
how much...
form that one had to
Yes, fill in. And what we were doing, you see. Also, this is the most important thing, how much money you had. What spiritual strength you had, that was not necessary.
No, nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. Okay? And neither he ever corrected anyone on that point. Never said. He said, go ahead. If you have 3 women, have 5. Doesn't matter, as long as you give me the money. You are least worried about your spiritual life or your character. This is the point you must make. And this is not Indian style, because Indian style of things is that in that your character is the most important thing.
Never interested in the individual's progress. Only interested in the...
I mean, he made you lose all your values also. Whatever character you had, that also he made you lose, you see. Now, you have to talk about then Tantrism. That this is something like a, what you call witchcraft. That is, Tantrism is an old cult of India, which is done in this way that they offer puja, unauthorized these people, to a deity. And because they are unauthorized, they don't know how to do it. It is said that the deities take off from there. Their attention goes away. It is said. And in that area, then appear all these horrible people, because there is no attention of divine there or of God. So they come and then they capture these, and then they handle it. It's a very old cult, has been there for years together, and this really came into being after Adi Shankaracharya.
Yes.
Because just to harm his pure Kundalini yoga, see, and he said Kundalini is the one. Just to finish off, these people came like satanic. They are very satanic forces. Well, this is the point. Now, we have heard that he's doing blackmail of Indian officers. He's got all their the past and all that, confessions. He gets confessions from people. Then he used to call high officials for entertainment in Switzerland, and his fares used to be paid, and they were supplied with other things, whatever they needed, all right? They kept the government in good mood.
We can't quote forgetting his name.
Kebilal.
Your cousin-in-law. When he was asked to go there, and that they would pay their fare with a stay in.
No, that's very common. Everybody knows. All these people went to there without paying any fare. They were given free this thing. They can find out who were those.
Yes.
And why should they mind? You see, what I'm saying, that government won't be in concern about it. Now the whole thing is, you should say it was such a mismanagement. From hotels to hotels we used to move, we did not know what was happening and all that, and we had no idea, just like sheep. And they were just driving us mad. We did not know what they were doing. And they raped women, and children become mad, screaming and shouting. Now the last... Huh?
Esther received some call from America.
Yes, everybody is receiving calls and this thing, and is giving all funny this thing when they came to know that we have disappeared. But the other thing which I want to tell you about your personal thing, now your case is on, and I don't know whether if your name just now appears will be good or not. But this is just a preparation. You should say that my case is on, so only this should take place when the case is declared within say 15 days or so. Then it would be alright, because it's under duress, you see. So whether your name should be brought in or not is not proper.
Brother, I think there's no sub judice in Scotland.
Huh?
We'll have to find out whether there's sub judice in Scotland.
Scottish law is different. We may be
No, don't play with it. What I'm saying, that we are not going to lose that money because of this. So be careful. Better, it's only 15 days more for this thing to act, isn't it?
Are we talking about the sale of prostrate?
No.
Or the summons that's gone out?
The summons that's gone out.
We'll have to check out tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. So you find out if it's sub judice, then you should tell these people, BBC people, that we'll come to you little later. Or whatever it is, you should not take out. You don't give your names just now. Just find out. This is, I'm giving you a question about it. And then you have to tell all about it, what happened, what not. And there are some here. You did also TM. I know. You did also TM? He did. These two children. Who else did? Marco. She did TM. And
Hannah, Marcus, David,
yes,
David Sparrow,
Markham.
Mark Callahan, Linda Pierce.
Did you go to Ian? Did you go to?
No, but I lived with somebody that was doing TM, and he once meditated in my room when he first started doing TM. I didn't like the thought of him doing anything like that in my room at the time, and he changed, his whole character changed when he started doing it.
You can tell these things, you see. He can also join and say that because of him I ended up in a lunatic asylum or something. It's a better idea. Because you see, so many like Angie and all this, I mean, they did. God knows how you got into this also, is it? But best is Alan.
Well, there's Alan, and then there's John Pearson.
Yes, living with such people one can, because they are mad and there's no way of protecting yourself from madness. You see, supposing a lunatic lives with you, you can become lunatic. Now you see how we share the booths. You see, from SahajaYoga you can see. But to tell them, you have to tell that maybe that living with him I got also lunatic. That's the only way you can say. But you know how you share booths, You can't tell them about booths, but you can say that as if you were possessed. And a sort of a possession came onto us. We absolutely became blind. We didn't think. Our thinking was zero. Yes, what is it?
There's one point about that, about the BBC people, man, was that they require that any evidence that they're given has to be verifiable. They've got to be able to authenticate it before they'll put it in the program.
What?
Like whether it's personal evidence or evidence about other aspects of the movement.
What is it?
They want that the evidence should be able to be verified.
Yes, I mean, what is more evidence they want? You have been there.
They just want fairly concrete kind of evidence.
Huh?
So they want fairly concrete kind of evidence.
Concrete, now what more do you want? Alan has landed in lunatic asylum and she used to be full lunatic. You were half. All kinds. And you had to go through rigorous improvement. That's how you got improved. Huh? And you should say what used to happen to you. You see?
Although, what about the point that a lot of the people are so addled that they can't even see there's anything wrong with them?
That's what I'm saying. The thinking becomes foggy, you get possessed, you see. And they will say, how it happened? You should say, we were hypnotized. Because anybody you tell them, they'll say, we cannot believe such a nonsense. So then you should say, because we were hypnotized, we could not see anything wrong in anything. Whatever he said, you see, we just tried to. We don't know how he overpowered us.
Would we be able to do a demonstration for them on the fly?
Yes, you should. You should tell them we'll demonstrate you. Actually, this was actually happening to us. But still, we could never understand that this is all happening to us and why should we go on paying. You see, there was no way of knowing. You see, it's a kind of a hypnosis. It's a charismatic sort of thing, you see.
I think that would be a very good proof as to the validity of what they say about their flying.
No, you should say you should ask him to fly. You see, we would say, all right, at least he should show us flying.
Right.
It's all right. You see, if you want, you can use my 5th floor. To drop him down. We should give one circle at least to that children. We should put this point. The best thing would be to ask at least one man to fly, or else he should fly. Like they broke the chandelier of the ground, you see, floor, jumping here. And they would say the man on the ground floor jumped up to the chandelier. Giving false these pictures and this and that and all that was nothing but but you know, these BBCs are very crude people, so we prepared. They'll say, but why did you want to fly? So he said, then you will only fly when your spiritual life is all right. So we wanted to improve our spiritual life. And that's what he said. Whatever he told us that your spiritual life is going to improve, you are all going to get enlightened. We got only one enlightenment, that we are saved from lunacy.
He said you could take a horse to enlightenment after the 6-month course.
Huh?
After doing the 6-month course, you could even take a horse to enlightenment.
Horse?
He
What?
said that
No, that part I know. What will you take?
you could even take a horse to an enlightenment.
Really?
That was his very well.
But now they will come on you. How did you believe such stories? You should say that when you go there, you will become the same. We can assure you. You should tell them.
Right?
All right?
And especially if someone who you...
And when you see, the main thing is they put up such a big show with
The
these
TV
Nobel
camera.
Prize winners, TV camera and everything and the video and everything in a big... You just get enamored. It's a circus, you see.
We were sitting there in Cedarburg and suddenly the phones go mad and the fans all tear off with the television stuff, 3 cameras and all the gear went off to Rosa.
And with, say, if you have 10 booths, say 10 boothie people, all right? You put them in 25, the 25 will get boothis.
Oh, very, just like that.
Isn't it? So that is how the thing spread. And you should say that it is written by you, that a physician gets sick with this thing. You see, a psychologist gets sick going near a mad person. You should say you go near any mad person, you will become mad. In the same way we became.
Right. And that when they were in Arosa, the rumors were flying around that they were actually photographing people flying. And then they brought out these photographs of people in midair, but only in photographs. And that's all they showed us. And they said, there, you see it's happening. And
Now what you should say, that they are showing in mid-air all these photographs. Why don't they show in real, you see? A live show, you see? Let them do it. Come along. Let's have it. And we can have this fellow, Mr. Mahesh Yogi,
Mr. Yogi.
Mr. Yogi, to drop down from there.
Well, there was one very clever sort of lie which was put out. Was that the reason why we weren't able
Just
to
half the
follow
other.
because there weren't enough people doing the siddhis. And if there were more people doing the siddhis, the world consciousness would be so much raised that we'd all be hovering. So of course Narakasura made lots more money and we all got even more.
But again they will ask you, why did you believe such a nonsense, you see?
Because it was crazy.
Huh? You are possessed is the main point.
Oh yes.
You see, anybody stands up like that, what a face he has. Just see his face. Does he look enlightened? He looks like a goat to me. Such a short fellow, 4 foot 6 inches. All these women falling in love with that 4 foot 6 inches pygmy. What? How do you explain it? It is only hypnosis. You understand? Everything is possible with hypnosis. It is simple hypnosis. Because you are desiring your evolution, he can tell you anything and you will have to believe it. I've seen hypnosis myself, how the people hypnotize. And you can make anything out of hypnosis. You can tell him to talk like a little baby, cry like a little baby, swim now, there is water, the person will start swimming.
It's happened to me.
Huh?
When I was 17, I was hypnotized.
So this is it. Ravi, this is the letter which I want to send to Divakar Prasad. But I would like you to this thing needs to be tied. Just if you can frame it to the Madras agents. That you can write it down another way. So you see what I am saying? That tomorrow I can tell you on the phone, if you don't mind. Because I have no typewriter. Huh? Yes, all these things. Huh? And I need some, this one also. I'll tell you the address and on the phone we'll talk about it. And then we'll have to send it. Alright? Just put it in the thing. So, this is how it is. Alright? And all the money that he has, deposits and all that.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
When would you like to work out the program for England?
Which one? SahajaYoga. I told July, June 15th, no,
June the 16th.
no, June 24th I think.
No, June the 16th you leave and you come back a week later.
So I will be 24th, I'll be back.
Yes. So we organise one and suggest to do
Yes, yes. And also July, August I'm here, 15th of August. So June, July and August. I'm sorry for this, but I didn't know exactly when I was going. What is it, Kuli? White. All right.
Are you going to give us this routine?
Yes, routine is. Routine is in the morning. You get up at 5:30. Let us put it like that. Sleep earlier. Sleep much earlier. Doesn't matter. But get up at 5:30 in the morning. Then wash yourself nicely. Come down. Take your cup of tea in the kitchen, not in this place. Take your cup of tea and all that within half an hour. You should all come here. By 6 o'clock, sit down for meditation. With one hand towards the photograph, with lights and all that, and another hand outside. And the another hand, again right hand, then left hand. And work it out with lights and all those things.
First the left hand forward and then the right hand.
First left hand and then right hand. All right. Then after that you don't talk to people too much, and go and have your bath, whatever it is, then go to work. Come back home as soon as possible. Take a shower, clean yourself properly, and then you eat something, whatever you have to do, and then meditate, and then clean these photographs. Show them arti and all that. Put them right. That is very important. They are not decorations. See, every photograph is so powerful. You have no idea. They are all one power each. So put them in a proper place. Do all the worship that you have to do properly, and then meditate and sleep off. If you want, you can soak your feet in the water and sleep off. Read something of the Advent. Advent also is very good. You can also, in the ashram, you can get my book from Kuli and read it, part of it, like that. And every evening, try to do it. And then eat your food and sleep early. Then again do it at 5:30. You have to do it like that, otherwise you are not going to work out. All of you should get to it, otherwise it's not going to work out. You must know that your background has been very funny because of our social problems and other problems in this country, and these booths again. All these put together, you see, your background has been very, very wrong. We have to work it out very fast. And that's how it would be. Alright. Then the main thing is respect. Respect is the way. And that's what I find, because, you see, I am prideless. That's my nature. I have no pride. I cannot have pride as others have. So people start sort of taking advantage sometimes. Not advantage, but when they talk to me and all that. Apart from that, when you even talk about me to others or anything, you must know that respect is the only way. That's the solution. That's all. Nothing else is to be given. Respect. And I'm telling you as your mother, because I'm just like a bubble. I have nothing to say. But you must all flower and you must blossom. And that's why you must understand that these deities respect me 100%. Absolute. And they can't allow you to be disrespectful. And they will be kind and they'll hit you. So be careful. I'm warning you, never to be disrespectful. Not to be argumentative, not to talk in a way that is not proper. Because these gurus, see how they keep you down. I do not. I keep you equal because you have a freedom to talk to me. But you must know that you have to be careful. What's the matter? Are you all right?
I was a bit rocked here.
You're all right here? You're looking all right. Oh, God bless you.
Should we have a routine for mantras now?
Mantra.
Or should we just say this mantra?
You see, what you do, mantra is a very good thing. I mean, if you want to work it out, you see now, you all have different problems, all right? Supposing somebody has heart, somebody has this, somebody has that. So you combine it with Nirmala, and it will work out. I will tell you about that, how to make mantras. But you see, mantra is the only way you can really consolidate your chakras, isn't it? Now, for example, I told you today, your combination. And that combination, if you have worked out, you've done it. But you see, you must know that you have to become very enthusiastic about it. Extremely enthusiastic. There's no enthusiasm. How can you work it out?